We've got an enclosed trailer here. It's got a bent axle, so we're going to replace the front axle. Right here, see how it's leaned in this way a little bit. He kept replacing tires really fast. They were wearing really fast on the inside. He started shearing off studs. They were trying to change a tire, broke off a stud, kept going, and eventually ended up breaking. More studs. Now time to remove the wheels. Just by that, I already know what happened. They over-tightened it. Right here on the stud, you can see the galling. So that happened, that stud gets crushed from over-tightening. Just checking to make sure these bearings are back here are okay. These shackles, all the bushings are worn out. Yeah, we'll probably reuse the equalizer. Just change the bushings out in it. Change the hardware. Oh, he's got shoulder bolts on here. So his shoulder bolt looks like that. It rides right here on the shackles. You still get the full effect of a bolt, but it has a smaller diameter thread. It's out.
Got it.
One of them. Over here, this one's almost broken. Completely out of the hole of the shackle. So they welded all the nuts. Look at it. Just gonna replace the equalizer.
Oh my God.
See how that bolt is just worn out. Next step is to get new bushings in the old axle, add the new equalizers, and add the new axle. Now it's just loosely putting everything back together. Then I'll show you how I raise and set both axles at the same time, and then we'll go around and tighten. Now one more. So remember, this axle's on a jack, so we can kind of move it around where we need to go without having to pick up the whole dang thing. So now what we're gonna do, I've got to lift up front axle first, and then we'll reset everything. The other side's already flipped up.
So you replace.
King plate looks pretty good. Looks like it'll need an adjustment. Washer. Castle nut. These are the wires to the electric brakes. It does not matter what wire you attach to the harness coming from the trailer. Since it's running an electromagnet, it's just trying to make a loop however it can. These are heat shrink butt connectors. We've got our little harness right here. These wires will just get crimped in place, and then we can check the brakes. Before we heat shrink them, I always like to test. This is how I test them. Negative goes to ground. Positive goes to the blue wire. Since we're checking the brake.
What does that mean?
Yeah. We want to now listen for now is that the brakes release properly.
So, yeah.
That's the noise we want to hear. See, this brake's not locking up. Wonder why. Because it's sheared. Yeah, it sheared the wire. There's nothing behind here. I'm gonna cut this fascia so that it doesn't happen again, and then we're gonna fix the brake. While we were testing the brakes, we found that this brake wasn't working. This metal right here had sheared the part of the wire that goes into the backing plate. So what we have to do is take the hub off, get to the magnet, extend the wire back through the backing plate, and then hook it up to the brakes. In order to do that, we got to get the hub off. See, the backing plate's in pretty good shape. It needs a new seal and it's just leaking. So the wire goes through the backing plate right here. Has a little keeper on the back. Now it is easier to see from. It's just a little piece of plastic and it's sheared right next to it. There we go. Cool. I'm just putting a new one in there.
And action.
It's a little discolored. They may have had a little too much heat on it. I look at the spindle and say, this discoloration right here. That's where the bearings ride. So we're gonna rebuild the hub. Bearings and races for a 3,500 pound hub.
Back inside. Bearings.
Well, you can answer it. Yes.
What do you put on? 5? Yeah.
We're gonna tighten these down to 100 foot-pounds.